come, make sure you move a little bit left side, right side. The key is your sit bone. So make sure the sit bones are settled. Sometimes you need a cushion, a block, a roll blanket. Even you sit 30 seconds, make sure the sitting is stable. Now, once the sitting is stable, slightly tuck your tailbone, scoop your tailbone, draw the belly button in, just lifting your pubic bone upward, the pelvic loop. So it's like entire system, entire pelvis are lifted. And then inhale, lift your chest, lengthen the spine, and then spread your arms, spread your wings. First, we do integration of your kidney loops. Deep inhale here to the nostril. And then exhale to the mouth. Ribs are in. One more time, deep inhale to the nostril. And then exhale to the mouth. Good. Now we do for the shoulder loops. Inhale deeper to the nostril. And then exhale, front and then back to the heart center. Inhale, stretch your arms up to the ceiling. At the same time, press the sit bone to be grounded. And then exhale, open and relax. Stay here, deep inhale to the nostril. And then exhale to the mouth, kidney loops. And then deep inhale to be lengthened. And then exhale, front and then back to the heart center. One more round. Inhale, stretch your arms up to the ceiling. Lengthen. Exhale, open and relax your shoulder blades. Stay here, deep inhale to the nostril. And then exhale to the mouth, kidney loops. And then stay here, deep inhale to the nostril. And then exhale, front and then back to the heart center. And then from here, feel the lightness in your spine in a natural curvature. You bring the right hands on the top of the left hand, right hands on the top, the Shiva Mudra, the inward journey gesture, and then gently close your eyes. Om Avidya Namantasti Miramihira Dvipanagari Jadanam Chaitanya Stabakamakaranda Shruti Jari Daritranam Chintamani Gunanika Janma Jaladau Nimaknanam Damshtra Muraripu Varahasya Bhavati Om. First of all, gently bring your awareness to the presence of the heat surrounding yourself, especially those who are from Berlin. Today is another day. It's a nice warm day, 26, 27 degrees outside. At least right now, that's what's happening. It's not too warm. It was a couple of weeks, 2 weeks ago, it's really warm. But this 26 degrees is also enough warm, a symbol of the sun, the heat. And take a moment to feel the warmth, the sensation surrounding yourself. The sun giving us all this light, the warmth, the heat, as a form of the life. Without the sun, there are no life existence. We need sun to live. Because of sun is the one of the source of the prana. Feel the heat. Heat on your face, the warm sensation on the skin exposed, of this brightness of the light, the daylight, anything you can experience, and to be connected with that. And from this presence of the heat surrounding yourself, you bring the both palms together, you rub your both palms. And then place your palms, the right hands on the abdomen, the left hands in the middle of the chest. If you're left-handed, just do the opposites. The right hands on the abdomen, the left hand on the chest. And before we are started with deepening your breath, just take a moment to feel the nature of flow of your breath. You can use your palms as a reminder which part of the lungs are active. Some of you naturally breathing from the abdomen. Recognize it. Some of you naturally breathe from the chest. Recognize it. Recognize and connect to it. And from these recognitions, we will start with the Mahad Yoga Pranayama, the full yogic breathing. For that, to get a deep exhale. And then deep inhale, first into the abdomen, chest, and collarbones area. And then deep exhale, first into the abdomen regions, the chest and the rib cage, and then collarbones area. Continue with your own rhythm, full yogic breathing, three-dimensional. And from this full yogic breathing, you bring one more time the both hands into the Namaskar mudras to the heart center. We will initiate our practice with a 3 times mantra Om and bring more awareness, the mantra Om, from your solar plexus to be radiance throughout yourself. Together, deep exhale. And then deeper inhale for 3 times Om. And from this awareness of the mantra Om, you can gently open your eyes, loose your hands. You can stretch your legs also for a moment. A very beautiful afternoon for everybody. Welcome back to the Southern Tantric class. Good. So what we're going to continue from the tattvas, what I'm going through. The last 3 weeks, I was talking about the earth tattva. And then the second week, I was talking about the water tattva. And last week, especially last week, I didn't talk about the sun. I was talking about the air tattva, because this is how we see the orders will be a little bit not really orders, but those have been the last 3 weeks. I was already explained why we see first the air before come to the sun or the fire. So whenever you talk about the fire elements, okay, the fire tattva, the tejas, fire, we said the human, we live, those are all the creations are living in this planet. Or we can say that all these 9 planets consist from the solar family. We call solar beings. Everybody know that solar panel outside, you get the energies and then you do all the solar panel. In fact, these also, our body also have the solar panel. Where the solar panel, this is the Manipura chakra. That's why if you read many ancient texts, we said the humans, we said especially Mahabharata period, they saw these all connected to the solar dynasty. We said these all dynasty means the humankind evolutions. We say that this all belongs to the solar dynasty means all humans. Whatever humans you see, we all call they belongs to the solar family. There also another family lineage, we call this a Chandra dynasty. That Chandra means connected to the mind, but the most humans are function based on the Manipura chakra, or we call solar dynasty. Solar dynasty, normal human beings. So when you talk about the solar dynasty, I'm just go a little bit beyond all these normal things. Okay, whenever I'm teach yoga or many years here, whenever we're talking about the solar plexus, it's just like a core stability or score stability, and then you will zip, scoop, funnel, all these core core, making six packs, all these things. I'm not talking about that branch, because that's, for me, it's not really yoga. So I'm just taking this essence of the yoga. What means a solar dynasty? Whenever we're talking about the fire elements, it started rooted from the Manipura chakra. Why? There are reasons. Because even some of you being a mother already, have a child. Because if you see our umbilical cord, the baby are connected to the umbilical cord inside of the mother's womb. Okay. Even the baby inside the mother's womb not breathe to the nostril. The baby get all the supplements, whatever the baby needs to grow 9 months, throughout the pregnancy, all the 9 months, the baby get all the nutritions to grow through the umbilical cord. This is, we call, is a source of the power. So the baby get all the power through the navel, enter, and then nourish it, so that the baby grow and grow until the baby first time born. And then, of course, some actions, you have to kick the ass, all these things, so that the baby open up the mouth, release all this liquid inside the lungs, and then take the first breath. So when the baby take the first breath, immediately the air elements are activated. Until that moment, the air elements not activated. Until the baby take the first breath, whatever happenings, everything's connected to the solar plexus. But what happens? So once the baby take the first breath, so the air coming, as I said last week, the air are very, very important, how much the fire elements are influencing in our solar plexus. So as the baby grow up, because then the baby, when you see those type of babies, they have a different pattern of the breathings. In fact, the baby lungs are smaller, of course, for the size also. The more bigger the baby, the baby growing to the children, teenager, up to the age of the 21. We said in yoga, the full complete growing up, it's a complete at the age approximately 21. That's why when you go to Ayurvedic doctor, they always ask, how old are you? So if you're 18, 16, then they don't give some sort of medicines, because they know if you reach 21, that means your systems, your elements, your systems are complete. Why? Because the air element, your lungs are grown in an optimum level. So then you have enough air to support, to cultivate more solar plexus. If you see, during the process of the pregnancy, the umbilical cord are, in fact, is very, very important to the mother and child connections. This is a main source of the prana flowing. Prana in form of the, which the mother get it from the sun. Whatever mother doing in the sun, probably the prana going, and then inside, and then somehow is going through the umbilical cord, go to the baby. But once the baby born and children's playing, so if you know, in some traditions, okay, we are in Europe, it's not difficult during the summer months, at least during the summer month. Of course, the more and more you're exposing your abdomens, especially the umbilical cord area, so your navel regions, you're exposed to the sun. So of course you put the bikinis and the 2-piece or 3-piece, whatever it is. So as long as your stomach is exposed, and that is another way, indirectly, you are trying to connecting umbilical cord, imaginable or umbilical cord between the sun as your mother, the big sun as your mother. There are some sort of a connections coming, the ray through your navel, you still can taking the prana. And that's why in a yoga, in a yogic, in India, many yogis, they can stay days and days without eating food, or maybe months and months, I don't know. Some yogis maybe don't eat at all for 6 months, 1 year. They reduce the food intake. Why? They get all the energies, like the baby inside, baby don't eat the food. How the baby get all the energies? Through the umbilical cord. The same way, the yogis can get all the essence of the prana, the power, through the sun, connected to the umbilical cord. But there are one big problem. Even though you're okay, I open my shirt, I take off my shirt, my stomach and the umbilical cord exposed, the sun out there is come, the ray come, it still cannot observe, because the Manipura chakra, the solar plexus here are totally blocked. If this Manipura chakra are blocked, whatever sun ray come, it cannot penetrate through the umbilical cord inside. That's why in yoga we said we have to cultivate a lot of our practices connected to the releasing the digestion system properly. You have to eat properly. Don't mess it up with your digestion system. Your digestion system should be optimum. So that's why we have you need to know where to eat, giving a space, or all these things, drinking water, all these diet, all these things are connected to keep the healthy digestion system. Once the healthy digestive system there, main thing what you can experience is your pancreas, your spleen will be much more healthy. Pancreas and spleen are the key in Ayurveda, key in many East traditions, are sort of like a creating the insulins. And these insulins, in fact, we say this is a sort of the fire. Agni, in a week I can say that Agni, this all Agni, heat, everything's are directly connected to the how much your pancreas working, how good are your spleen working. So if you go to anatomically, these two things you have to keep healthy. So end of the day, first you have to check your digestive system properly. If your spleen are healthy, if your pancreas is healthy, if you have a good digestive system, you eat something and within 3 to 4 hours food are digest properly. That means in that context, you can go to the nature, or you can go to the park, take off your shirt, exposed to the sun, you lay down or you sit in the any crossroads and you start doing any pranayama. We have many pranayamas. When you do pranayama and you start feeling that energy start to flow to your naval system and recharging. It's like a recharging. The solar plexus, not solar plexus, solar panel, they put on the roof of the house, the solar panel is taking all the energies and store. It's the same way our umbilical cord exposed, it can recharge. But it's not just you laying down and then the sun exposed and then you get recharge. No. It should have some sort of alchemy. Where the alchemy start? Through the breathing. So that's why when you sit or lay down, whatever, you do the pranayama, and then this connection, the sun, the pranayama will take all the prana energies to store into your system. And this is ancient times people do that. Even in my family, my father used to do this days and days. Sometimes you're fasting. If you're fasting, don't go to the food. Where you get the food energy? Through the sun. So you go out, do the pranayama, expose to the sun. But don't take it 100% what I say, because first you need to make your digestion system are good. Pancreas and spleen are healthy. Your stomach are healthy. When these are healthy, and then you can do this pranayama combination with then everything will be recharged easier. Okay, that's I want to share today. And then today's practice will connect it to the sun salutations to make it easier. So I will do sun salutations. So that is how another way we are activating the solar plexus. Good. So we will start first in the four-footed pose, just to mobilize a little bit, and then we come to the standing. Just come to a four-footed pose. Spread the fingers. You start moving a little bit forward and back. Tuck your toes. In ancient times, probably in India, still in some part of India, they're still doing this. Whenever you do the sun salutations, there are deep meaning. Why you do the sun salutations? As I already explained, to be connected with the solar. And sun salutation always, of course, we are in the modern society, inside the buildings is a different case, but you should practice outside, facing to the sunrise. Or you can also practice when it's a sunset. So that means your navels always facing to the east or west when you do the sun salutations. It's mostly advisable when you practice during the sunrise, not the sunset period. Just mobilize a little bit your ankles, shoulders, hips, knees, and then ankle. Okay, from here, you step into the Meru, step into the mountain, the Meru. Jog a little bit, your ankles and knees. And then slowly walk your feet towards your hands. Walk your feet towards your hands. And then slowly rise up. Slowly rise up. So when you come to the standing, we're going to do today Surya Namaskar called Rishikesh Surya Namaskar. It's dedicated to those. Rishi means the realized one. So yogis, in fact, it's only dedicated for the little bit, I would call upgraded yogis. Rishi, we call, they used to do this. And first I will guide one round, and then we're going to do 5 sets. The first round I will guide, and then the second, third, fourth, fifth rounds I want you to do with your own rhythm. Okay, we do the first round together. So keep the both feet hip right, the hands in the Namaskar mudras. Slightly tuck the tailbone, lengthen the spine. Feel the feet grounded, the crown up to the sky. Even though you're not facing towards the east, but you can imagine the sun in front of yourself. Keep in your mind the sun, imagine the sun in front of yourself. Okay, from here, together, deep exhale. And then inhale, bend your knees, dive deeper into the slight back bending. Exhale to the full forward bending. Inhale, half forward bending to be lengthened. Exhale, full forward bending. Inhale, bring the right foot at the back. Remember, always start with the right foot to the Asvasamchalana, the horse rider. Exhale into the mountain, the Meru. Inhale, plank, Chaturanga. Exhale, knee, chest, and chin to the ground. Inhale, Cobra Bhujangasana. Roll the shoulder blades, lift your sternum. Exhale, back to the Meru, the mountain. Remember, you started with the right foot. Inhale, bring the right foot forward between your hands. Asvasamchalana, the horse rider. Exhale to the full forward bending. Inhale, half forward bending. Lengthen. Exhale, full forward bending. Inhale, chair pose, Ardha Utkatasana. Exhale, stretch your legs, hands back to the heart, Samastadehi. That's only for the right side. We just do the left side. Inhale, bend your knees, dive deeper. Exhale, full forward bending. Inhale, half forward bending, lengthen. Exhale, full forward bending. Inhale, bring the left foot at the back, Asvasamchalana, the horse rider. Fingertips on the ground. Exhale into the Meru, the mountain. Inhale, plank, Chaturanga. Exhale, knee, chest, and chin to the ground. Inhale, Cobra Bhujangasana. Exhale, back to the Meru again, the mountain. Remember, you start with the left foot. Inhale, bring the left foot forward between your hands. Exhale, right foot forward to the full forward bending. Inhale, half forward bending, lengthen. Exhale, full forward bending. Inhale, chair pose, Ardha Utkatasana. Exhale, stretch your legs, hands back to the heart, Samasthadehi. That's just one round. Let's we do the second round. Inhale, bend your knees, dive deeper. Exhale, full forward bending. Inhale, half forward bending. Exhale, full forward bending. Remember, right foot first. Inhale, bring the right foot behind into the Asva Samchalana, the horse rider. Exhale, into the Meru, the mountain. Inhale, plank, Chaturanga. Exhale, knee, chest, and chin to the ground. Inhale, Cobra Bhujangasana. Exhale, back to the Meru again. Inhale, bring the right foot again forward. Remember, which foot you start, focus that. Exhale, full forward bending. Inhale, half forward bending. Exhale, full forward bending. Inhale, chair pose, Ardha Utkatasana. Exhale, stretch your legs, hands back to the heart, Samasthadehi. Go to the left side. Inhale, bend your knees, dive deeper. Exhale, full forward bending. Inhale, half forward bending. Exhale, full forward bending. Inhale, bring the left foot at the back. Asva Samchalana, horse rider. Exhale, into the mountain, the Meru. Inhale, plank, Chaturanga. Exhale, knee, chest, and chin to the ground. Inhale, Cobra Bhujangasana. And then exhale, back to the Meru. Remember the left foot. Inhale, bring the left foot forward between your hands. Asvasam Chalana. Exhale to the full forward bending. Inhale, half forward bending. Exhale, full forward bending. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, stretch your hands back to the heart. Samasthadehi. Finish the second round. Third round. Inhale, dive deeper. Exhale. Inhale, half. Exhale, full forward bending. Inhale, right foot at the back, Asvasam Chalana. Exhale, mountain, the Meru. Inhale, plank, Chaturanga. Exhale, knee, chest, and chin to the ground. Inhale, Cobra. Exhale, back to the Meru again. Again, right foot forward, inhale. Exhale, full forward bending. Inhale, half forward bending. Exhale, full forward bending. Inhale, chair pose, Ardha Utkatasana. Exhale, stretch your legs, hands back to the heart, Samasthadehi. For the left side, inhale. Exhale, full forward bending. Inhale, half forward bending. Exhale, full forward bending. Inhale, bring the left foot at the back. Remember, start with the left. Exhale into the mountain. Inhale, plank chaturanga. Exhale, knee, chest, and chin to the ground. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, back to the Meru. Inhale, bring the left foot forward. Asvasamchalam. Exhale, full forward bending. Inhale, half forward bending. Exhale, full forward bending. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, stretch your legs, hands back to the heart, Samasadevi. Completely with the third round. So for the next two rounds, just do with your own rhythm. Right side first, and then left side. Again, right side, and then left side. Remember which foot you're starting. Always complete with the left side. Round. Finish with the left side. You finish the 5th round. Stay for a moment there. Keep breathing. Keep breathing. Just remember, we just did 5 rounds. In the modern times, we don't need to do like the classical yogis do 32 rounds. Just enough to recharge our solar plexus. Or sometimes you just do 12 rounds and other variations. Or if you don't have even that times, just do it a 5-6 round is fine. Make sure it's not too hot, like midday sun or something like that. It should be temperatures enough warm, like 25, 26 degrees fine. Or even below a little bit, 22, 23, even better. Feel the breath coming from the solar plexus. Okay, now gently release your hands, loosen up yourself. So, always remember whenever you do the sun salutation, Surya Namaskar, anything, just balancing a little bit, some sort of like a balancing pose, just to make it a balancing again through the right channels and the left channels. We do the tree pose. Just bring the both feet together into the center. Flex the foot, make sure the sole of the foot active, and then bring the toes down. And your left foot up. The standing leg is the right leg. And bring the both hands to the abdomens, here, where your navel. So this is my navel. So there. We're going to do some other variations here. So first here, you slightly tuck the tailbone, engage your pelvic floor. Chest open, shoulder blades relax. Breathe. Find the balance first. Breathe from the abdomens. Feel the waves of the abdomens. Stretch your arms in the side. If it is okay, even you can go a little bit higher in the shoulder length. Still keep breathing from the abdomens. So you bring the right hands to the abdomens, because the right standing leg. The left thumbs to close your left nostril. The left thumbs to close your left nostril. Keep breathing from the right nostril, from the abdomens. Naturally flow deeper. Super, then release your hands, release your leg, just to loosen up a little bit. If you feel a little bit thirsty, don't drink the water. Just wait for a moment. Let me finish this. Always remember when you do this form of the sun salutation, Surya Namaskar, balancing, wait until you're finishing. Don't interrupt in the middle to stop with the water element. So keep your fire supported by the breast. So again, the both feet together, flex the toes, engage your pelvic floor, bring the feet back to the ground, and then you bring your right foot on the left thighs. So it's not hanging. So if it's just too much, you can do the less, any small, like even this is fine, for example, okay? Any kind of a tree is fine. Not necessary you have to go higher. The goal is not the pose itself. The goal is much more integrating with the breathing. Both hands on the abdomens, activating the breath from the Manipura chakra. Let the abdomen rise and sink. Nowadays, more and more people don't know how to breathe from these abdomens because it's activating the diaphragmatic regions. Almost 45 to 50 capacity, 50% of the capacity of the lungs coming from there. And you open the arms. If it's too much for the shoulders, you can go a little bit less. Remember, don't arching yourself. Erect yourself. Imagine somebody pull the crown towards the sky. And the left hand's on the abdomens. Make sure the fingers are all together. You don't spreading the fingers. Okay, energetical. The right thumbs to close your right nostril. Let the breath going to the left nostril, the Ida nadis. And then super, then release your legs. Loosen up, loosen up. And then just to make a little bit loosen up more, we do this Hastina Kriya. So keep the feet a little bit brighter, the hands open, and then you start to first tapping your thighs and then buttocks regions. And also remember to breathe. And then come to the shoulders regions. Shoulders, the arms. Really like you're heating a little bit the shoulders, deltox regions. Giving a little massage, especially thorax. Keep a deeper inhale and exhale. And then slowly come back again to the center. Bring the both feet hip right, both feet hip right. Open up the palms. Stay there. Okay, just loosen up. Good. We're going to do two practice now. One is we call Pranayama. We will do Pranayama. After that, we do one Kriya we call Surya Prana Kriya. Of course, we know don't have sun. So principally, we do this Surya Prana Kriya facing to the sun. Remember, I said sunrise, not sunset. Very seldom we practice in sunset and sunrise. And my father always give another option. If you don't have a sun, of course, if you don't have sunrise or something like that, another options you just need to candle. Just take one candle, a light, any form of the fire. Just bring one candle light, whatever. So I have one candle light here. So bring it there now. So before we start the Kriya, so that you is next to you. So find anything so that you can quickly grab it. Maybe. And then some sort of a block or stool. So when you sit, so it stay more or less in the same level with your face. Not exactly, if you can find something. So let's say I'm sitting here, it's more or less here is fine. So if you can get more or less same height, but not too close, just find it this. And then I will guide. Okay, first we do pranayama first. So let me let the candles there. First, we do the pranayama first, and then we come to the Surya Prana Kriya. So maybe these blocks can be put aside. So one of the classical pranayama dedicated to the sun is the, because there are many. One of the, normally we used to do in a day-to-day practices is the Savitri Pranayama. 8-second inhale, 4-second pause, 8-second exhale, 4-second pause, 8484. This is a great number because 8484, it's the one connecting and activating your metabolic rate in your system, which is connected to how much good function with your digestions, propering of your not liver, your pancreas and then spleen. So 8-second inhale, 4-second pause, 8-second exhale, 4-second pause. Okay, I will put the metronome as a support. Yeah. So sit upright, the hands in the chin mudras, thumbs and index finger together. And it's not here. So bring your hands a little bit closer to your hips so that the armpits are open, because the two nadi, the Ida and Pingala nadi, can be controlled, the nostril, which are also under the armpits. So make sure the armpits are open like this. Close your eyes and naturally breathe. Let your breath flow naturally. And from the natural flow of your breath, you deepening your breath, so deeper inhale and deeper exhale. Deeper inhale. And then deeper exhale. One more time, deeper inhale. And then deeper exhale, 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 exhale. Empty your lungs. Together. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Pause. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Pause. Inhale, 8. Pause. Exhale, 8. Pause. Inhale, 8. Pause. Exhale, pause. Inhale, 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 pause. Exhale, pause. Last round. Inhale, pause. Exhale, pause. Just let the breath flow naturally for a moment. It is advisable, those who have any issues with the metabolic rate in the system, you can practice the Savitri Pranayama 8484 for the 48 days. Every day, 3 rounds. for the next 48 days, it will be change your system, metabolic rate system in the body. It could be high, some of you low metabolic. Both can be altered by this simple pranayama 3 times a day for 48 days. Okay, now gently you loose your seat. Just before we go to this Surya Prana Kriya, just to rock your back a little bit. Oh, if you want to do something, feel free to do it. I just feel want to compensate a little bit the back. You can do this rocking. Okay. So for Surya Prana Kriya, in fact, as I said, we're going to use the candle as a symbol, but if you want to make this practice as a part of your day-to-day life routines, especially those are waking up so early during the sunrise. If you wake up during the sunrise, now 4:35, probably nobody wake up, maybe you wake up. So you do these actions facing to the sun. And because we don't have the sun, we do with the candles, or we can do whatever representing of the sun in a form of the real fire. If you have any fire, you can do that. So make sure candles are safe, not to heat you, and it's not very far away. So when you stretch your arms, it's a little bit like if you see, it's not closer to me. So it's because I'm going to move my arms, so a little bit far away. So again, I remind, so when you do to the sun, so you do the same cross legs facing to the east. You do so I'm showing here because my east here. So now just imagine this is your sun, symbolic sun. So the movement is quite easy. So when you inhale, so your fingers are together, only the thumbs are open, all fingers together, only the thumbs open, and the thumbs touching. So it's creating like sort of like a how they call, like a box, like a 3 box, half box. Okay, so the light of the candle should be there. So if you do the sun, so the sun should be inside of this, like you do the camera or shootings or video shooting. So the sun should be in this frame, and should be exhale. When you exhale, you're stretching your arms. When you inhale, you bring that together and come back to the heart. So when you exhale, open up, move. So your eyes have to be open. So because your eyes all the time observing that, and maybe I will put another blocks. It will be nice to have a little bit in the eye levels. Let's see. Or maybe this in the bottom. Yes, this. So I'm using 3 blocks, so it's great. So if you have blocks, doesn't know, it's fine. Okay. So we are starting the hands in the Namaskar mudras. First, you deep inhale, keep the eyes open, looking to the candles, the flame. And then when you exhale, stretch your arms, open up the palms. And then inhale, bring back again to the heart center. Your eyes are still observing the flame. Exhale, stretch your arms. Inhale, come back to the heart. Just do with your own rhythm. Surya Prana Kriya. When you next time your hands in the Namaskar Mudra at your heart center, you close your eyes. Close your eyes. Feel the Surya Prana. Surya is the sun, the Prana is the energy into your system. And this Prana is always in the subtle body, which you can feel it in your emotion center and also in your mental body, the mind. Physical body is just like a platform, like the solar panel. It's just taking and store it. And from this state of the emotions and the state of the mind, you're deepening a breath, a deeper inhale and the deep exhale. From this deepening of your breath, we will sing one times the mantra Om, followed by the Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu mantra, as a dedication and the gratitudes to the all sentient beings, and dedicate all this prana, the Surya prana, what you obtain, to all sentient beings. May all sentient beings have the happiness and the causes of the happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and causes of the suffering. And from that, to get a deeper inhale, and then deeper exhale. Exhale, 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 empty your lungs. And then deeper inhale for 1 times Om. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Sarve janah sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om. Make sure you open your eyes before, because no accidents with the fire. Thank you very much. Just move the candles aside. Safety first. And you can practice this, of course. Time limitation, we don't have much time, so we just did like a 15 minutes, a little bit. So you can do this movement facing to the sunrise, 20 minutes, half an hour, as long as your shoulders and tolerating. Sometimes we're doing this like hours, and then shoulders pain, and then we stay in the contemplations. You close your eyes, and then when your shoulders good again, you open your eyes, you started again. This Kriya. This can you do. There are no time limitation. The more longer you're doing facing to the sun, sometimes it take like 45 minutes to 1 hour. You can do it perfectly until from the Brahma Muhurta until the sun go to the horizon, above the horizon, we said. But the key is, of course, the sun. Every time you're moving your arms, the sun probably down, and then slowly you're moving your arms like this. You will realize one moment the sun's too high like this, you cannot do, because when the sun's too high, and then it's hurting. So they said as long the sun more or less in the same level with your eyes, okay. Of course, is you have to find, it's a practicality. So when you're living in the ground floor or whatever, it's quite difficult. I'm living in the 4th floor, so when the sun comes, it's a little bit down, and then when I see, it's easy to practice. So you have to adapt this, or just simply find a candle, put the candle more or less in the same level with your eyes, and then you can do. This is the important things you have to observe. You exhale, moving your arms away, and then inhale, come back to the heart. Exhale, moving the arms away. Inhale, come back to the start. And you do this first. You do some sun practice, Surya Namaskar, sun salutation, whatever, and do some breathings, and then you do this. Because if you immediately wake up from the bed and you start doing this, it's probably doesn't work from my experience, because as I said, it's happening in the subtle body. First, you have to activating your Annamaya Kosha. That's why we do the Surya Namaskar. And then you do the pranamaya kosha for the pranayama. You're doing some breathings, and then this is a much more going to your manomaya kosha, mental body. So these all three set of the practice for the annamaya kosha, physical body, pranamaya kosha for the energy body or emotion body, and then manomaya kosha for the mental body. So these all three koshas will be integrated by these three different kriyas. It's not extravagant things, but the qualities are much more subtle. So then you can feel the subtlety qualities will change in your day-to-day life, and it's very very beneficial wisdom which it's good to remind some of the students now. Okay, and I hope you have a good practice. So see you next week with the fifth one, the Akasha. Thank you.